to EFT for weight loss. This is day one of my own personal journey, and hopefully this will help you to learn how to use EFT as well on your personal journey for weight loss. As you know, you probably know, it's not about the food when it comes to weight loss. The food just simply is a substitute for something else that we are needing or that we are symbolizing as a substitute. So anyway, but we do start with tapping on the food because that is a perfect way to open up what these food issues that we have, what the core issues are that represent to that with that food, that corresponding food. So with that being said, many of us have cravings for chocolate or for salty foods. My particular craving is for carbs, pizza, sandwiches, pasta, heavy comfort foods, potatoes. So that is kind of my weakness, and we'll start tapping through that, and I'll show you how to tap at home. And then if you'd like to explore any more deeper core issues on a one-on-one with me, feel free to click on my tab at magicallivingcoaching.com and click on the Get Magical with Me tab, and we can do one-on-one sessions as well. I will also be having some classes, group classes online, teleseminars, and also local too. So be sure to check that out. So let's start off with the basics of EFT. EFT is tapping on certain acupuncture points. They're energy meridians, and that's the basis. Is by using the tapping points, and also the phrases, we help to eliminate those blocks, those fears, those food cravings. And the first thing we do when we start to tap is we gauge our feelings. So if we're going to say right now, let's do an example. We're going to tap on a food craving of chocolate. So is that one of your weaknesses? A lot of people have chocolate cravings. So if you're sitting here and you're saying, man, I am dying to have a piece of chocolate right now. I can just taste it. My mouth is watering. I have this high level of craving for chocolate. So you're going to want to gauge that level. 0 meaning you have no feeling of it at all. You're not craving it at all. And 10 being it's pretty much off the charts, and if it was in front of you, you'd gobble it down, in 2 seconds. So that's what we want to do. We want to first take a gauge. Okay, what are my feelings? What's my 0 to 10 range on this feeling right now? So let's just say the chocolate, okay? We're going to tap on chocolate. I have this craving for chocolate. So we're going to say it's a 10. So the first thing we do, we take our hand and on the karate chop point, we take 2 fingers and we tap. And we say, even though I have this craving for chocolate, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Now this is the setup phrase, okay? And we always do this before any round of tapping. And we do it 3 times, okay? So even though I have this craving for chocolate, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I have this craving for chocolate, I deeply and completely accept myself. Okay, so we've done that 3 times. We've acknowledged what it is, and now we're going to do the reminder phrases on our tapping points. So, and you'll see on my website as well, on my EFT page, you'll get the full sheet of the tapping points. So we start off right at the tip of the eyebrow here, and we just remind ourselves, this chocolate craving. Go to the side of the eyebrow, this chocolate craving. Underneath the eye, this chocolate craving. I have this chocolate craving. This chocolate craving. I have this intense chocolate craving. So I'm tapping on the collarbone. Okay, under the arm, I have this intense chocolate craving. Top of the head, this chocolate craving. Okay, so after you do that, so one round, you want to reassess. Where am I with this chocolate craving? Am I still at a 10 or has it dropped a little bit? So you want to continue this until it drops to 0, preferably 0. If you get it down to 1 and you can't get it down to 0, that usually means we do have some core issues to work on. And even if you get it down to 0, there's probably some core issues. It's like there's a table, okay? And the fears or the cravings or whatever it is that you have, those are symptoms, but the legs of the table are the core issues. And sometimes it's just one thing, one core issue, and once you eliminate that core issue, you kind of take it right there and it eliminates all the other cravings and issues you might have around food. Those are one-hit wonders. Usually there's more than one core issue, and we would tap on that as well. But the greatest thing to do is to start with the cravings and your food issues or exercise issues. And then certain things will start to come up and it'll start to present themselves and reveal themselves. Okay, so if you have this chocolate craving and you still have a range, say it dropped to number 5 out of 10, you're going to now still do the karate chop point. And you're going to say, even though I still have some remaining chocolate craving, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have a little chocolate craving, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have a little chocolate craving, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Okay? I still have this chocolate craving, small amount of chocolate craving. Still feel a small bit of chocolate craving. I still have this chocolate craving. Still craving chocolate a little bit. Still craving this chocolate a little bit. Still craving chocolate. Still craving this chocolate a little bit. Okay, so once you do that, now you're going to reevaluate again. Hopefully it's at 0, but sometimes they're stubborn and they take a while to get down, but keep doing it. And then that will help with that. And like I said, we do want to assess our core issues too that start to come up. And you'll be seeing that with me. I'm going to be working on my weight issue. I've had a weight issue my entire life. I think it started when I was 4 or 5, so we'll probably dig down deep and see when that started and why it continued throughout my life. The past 3 years, I've gained 25 pounds, 26 pounds, so that's roughly 9 pounds a year. I'm 49 years old, so we can do the math, and it's not pretty if I continue at this rate. So my goal is to lose those 26 pounds that I put on these past 3 years. I don't like diets. I feel they deprive, and when we deprive ourselves, we want that item even more. Okay, so I'm not about dieting. I'm not about weighing and measuring. I'm not about counting calories. What I do want to do is make better food choices. I want to eat slower because I do eat fast, so that's going to be one of my issues to tap on, and make better choices. And I do want to be more motivated to exercise. Currently, I walk about 5 to 6 times a week, anywhere from 1 to 3 miles. I live on the Oregon coast, so it's pretty cold and windy. And I don't always enjoy walking in the rain. So that's one of my things I've got to get used to. Or I can do a tape, which I don't always enjoy. And then I usually do Zumba once or twice a week. I go to the community center and I really enjoy Zumba. But sometimes I'm just not motivated to going out the door and doing an hour of Zumba, even though it is a lot of fun. Okay, so that's some of my issues. I'm Italian, so everything was about food. Food was given to us, for any reason. If we're happy, if we're sad, if we fell off our bike. Oh, have some pasta, or have a cannoli, or any kind of celebration, or a death, or a wedding, or a good report card, or if you're feeling sad. So for me, there's a lot of stuff there growing up with food and family, and that sense of family and food being part of that. Very, very closely linked. So we're going to explore that as well, and with my own personal tapping. Okay, so we're let's go for it. So for me, I think the first thing I want to tap on today is I eat too fast, and I eat seconds, and when I'm not hungry, when I'm satisfied, I still go back for more. And let's see. And I do eat when I'm not hungry. Like if my partner Dana, if he is snacking at night, which he's a big snacker, I'm not hungry. I've just eaten dinner. I will snack too. So that's a problem. I'm not hungry. Why am I eating the food? So I'm going to, let's see, start off with eating too fast, because the slower we eat, the more satisfied we do feel when we eat slower. So I'm going to tap on that. So here we go. I'm going to set my range. My range right now for eating too fast is about a 7. I'm not hungry right now. I'm not ready to eat, so it's not at a 10 where I'm famished and I'm going to gobble my food, but it's definitely present. It's something I do that I want to clear. So even though I eat my food too fast, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I eat my food too fast, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I eat my food too fast, I deeply and completely accept myself. I eat my food too fast. I eat food too fast. I don't even get to enjoy my food. I eat it so fast. I rush through my meals. I eat my food too fast. I rush through my meals without even enjoying it. I don't take time to savor my food because I'm eating it too fast. I eat food too fast. Now, another thing I'm going to do is, this is optional, but sometimes I do feel the need to do another round, but this time using more affirmations. Okay? I can release this quality right now. Eating my food fast doesn't serve me anymore. I can take my time to eat. I can be more conscious when I eat. It feels good to be conscious when I eat. I can release the need to eat fast right now. Eating fast doesn't serve me anymore. I can release this right now and replace it with more conscious eating and slower eating habits. Okay, so I'm going to take stock of that eating too fast, and it feels like it's at a 0 right now. Like I said, right, because I'm not really hungry, that tend to put that through like that. So, okay. So there's something that did come up as far as a memory about eating too fast. When I was a child, my brother, if you're watching, sorry, he would eat our food, eat our meatballs. He would take the meatballs off our plate. So I've had this memory of eating fast so I could go back for seconds before my brother ate all the meatballs. Okay? Pretty silly, but hey, it's in there. So to me, that symbolizes lack of abundance, and running out of food. Okay? And that fear of running out of food and that fear of lack of abundance. And this could also be an issue with financial abundance too. So this may actually work in 2 different areas. So, okay. So even though, okay, so let's see how I'm going to state this. Okay. So even though my brother ate my meatballs, I still deeply and completely accept myself and my brother. So even though I was afraid we were going to run out of food before I was satisfied, still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feared lack of abundance of food and that we would run out, I deeply and completely accept myself. I'm afraid of running out of food. I'm afraid of running out of food. I'm afraid of the food running out before I am satisfied. I am afraid of lack of abundance. This fear of running out. This fear of running out of food. This fear of someone taking my food. This fear of someone taking what's mine. Okay, that was a big one. I didn't judge it. I didn't put the range on it, but right now I'd say I need to do some more tapping on this. Okay, I'm right about at a 5. So even though I'm afraid people are going to take what I have, see how it leads into something else that's even deeper? I still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm afraid people are going to take what I have, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm afraid there won't be enough for me, I deeply and completely accept myself. This fear of people taking from me, this fear of running out, this fear of lack of abundance, this fear of people taking food from me, this fear of people taking what's mine, this fear of running out of food and running out of anything, this fear of people taking what's mine, this fear of lack of abundance or sustainability. And I feel the need to do the affirmations, so I'm going to do those. I can release this fear right now. This fear doesn't serve me anymore. I can release the fear that people are going to take from me. I can release the fear of lack of abundance. I can release the fear that there's not going to be enough for me. I can release the fear that people are going to take from me what's mine. I can release the fear that there's not going to be enough. I can release the fear of I can release the fear of running out and replace it with thoughts of abundance. The universe is an abundant place. Okay. So when I think about people taking things from me, running out, that whole thing, I have a little bit left. I would say I'm at a 2. So we're going to do this another time, another round. Even though I still have a little bit of fear that I am going to run out of food or things, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have this little bit of fear that people are going to take what belongs to me, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I still have this little fear about people taking from me, I still deeply and completely accept myself. Okay? Still this little fear of lack of abundance, little fear that my food's going to run out, little fear that people are going to take from me, a little fear that people are going to take from me, so I better take it all quickly, a little fear that people are going to take my food, a little fear that there's a lack of abundance and lack of food, a little fear that people are going to take from me, little fear people are going to take from me. Okay, and I'm going to do the affirmations again on this. It's okay to release this fear now. This fear of lack of abundance doesn't serve me anymore. This fear that people are going to take from me doesn't serve me anymore. I can release this fear now. I can replace this fear with pure abundance and sustainability. I can replace this fear knowing that the universe is completely abundant. I can release this fear now. The universe is an abundant place. I can release this fear now. It doesn't serve me anymore. Okay. So now that I'm evaluating where that fear came from, that whole lack of abundance, running out, and people taking from me, I can honestly say it is a 0. So hopefully we'll see at dinner time, and I'll let you know tomorrow. when I do my next day 2, I'll let you know how I eat tonight and if it's slower and more conscious, and I will take note of it. And also, I wanted to let you know, keep a journal. This is my journal, so I'm going to write down what happened in this session for me and then what came up. And then tonight, I will probably have some more things that'll have come as a result of this tapping session. So I will go ahead and write those down to tap on tomorrow. So anyway, thank you very much. I hope this helped. And we'll see you tomorrow on this EFT for weight loss daily journal. Thanks. Bye.